Peacemaker is back, and Season 2 is already turning the DCU upside down. With 3 episodes out, James Gunn is making it clear. This isn't just a continuation, it's a full-on reimagining of how Peacemaker fits into the DC universe. Let's break down what's really happening, from multiversal teases to shocking returns. Season 2 opens by officially anchoring Peacemaker in the DCU, not the old DCEU. The previously on segment was even re-edited, so Chris and the team didn't meet the Justice League, they met the new Justice Gang introduced in Gunn's Superman film. Right away, Chris stumbles deeper into the mysterious Q, his father's dimensional storage. It's more than just a closet, it's tied to Lex Luthor's pocket dimension tech, hinting at 100 universes across the DCU multiverse. Inside, Chris comes face-to-face with an alternate version of his father Augie and even his supposedly dead brother Keith. This twist sets up the season's central theme: trauma, legacy, and the versions of ourselves we can't escape. Episode 2 shifts focus to Argus. Rick Flag Sr. takes over after Amanda Waller is ousted, driven by his obsession with avenging his son's death at Peacemaker's hands. We see him digging into classified files about Rick Jr., reminding us that Gunn isn't letting the Suicide Squad connections fade away. But here's the real kicker. Subtle clues suggest the Q could be setting up the arrival of none other than Darkseid. Between energy glitches, ominous bird imagery, and Chris's self-destructive spiral, Episode 2 plants seeds for a cosmic escalation way bigger than anything in Season 1. Meanwhile, Leota Adebayo is trying to rebuild her life after outing her mother, Amanda Waller. Her fractured relationship with Kia mirrors Harcourt's spiral into violence and self-harm. Both arcs show how trauma is eating away at this team from the inside. Episode 3 takes things up a notch with the shocking reappearance of Rick Flag Jr. in a flashback, suggesting Gunn is rewriting or expanding the canon. We also learn that in this universe, June Moon, the Enchantress, may still be alive inside her human host, adding another layer of weirdness. Chris navigates the alternate Evergreen, where he's treated like a hero, even riding the peace cycle. But the cracks in this so-called perfect world are obvious. The town lacks diversity, Augie is celebrated, and eerie 14-star symbolism hints at a darker, supremacist undercurrent. The biggest emotional punch: Chris sees versions of Harcourt and Keith who are alive and, at least on the surface, better off. But this only deepens his guilt and forces him to confront the question, is he doomed to repeat the same cycle of violence no matter the universe?
Episode 4 answers some of the biggest lingering mysteries from Season 1. We finally learn how Peacemaker's father got his pocket dimension doorway. In a flashback to 35 years ago, Augie and his sons accidentally killed an alien in the woods, mistaking it for game. The alien's device created the 99-door pocket dimension, explaining why so many bizarre helmets and artifacts are inside. Peacemaker realizes that operating the doorway is something he learned as a child, since his father was too terrified to handle it. This detail not only expands the lore, but also ties back to Peacemaker's trauma-filled upbringing. Meanwhile, Red Saint Wild emerges as a true threat. Initially a joke character obsessed with killing Eagly, he shockingly taps into real magic, his third eye opening through a blood ritual that allows him to track Eagly anywhere. Gunn frames him as Eagly's personal Lex Luthor, mirroring how Luthor rationalizes his hatred for Superman. Elsewhere, Adebayo tries to promote her detective agency through Wild magazine ads, foreshadowing that she and the 11th Street Kids may eventually form their own independent team. Harcourt's subplot grows darker too. Haunted by Rick Flag Jr.'s death and tempted with a chance to betray Peacemaker for her old job back. The episode ends with Argus preparing to raid Peacemaker's cabin after Red Saint Wild's ritual reveals its location. Peacemaker, caught between worlds, wonders if the better dimension he discovered is truly his escape or just another nightmare waiting to unravel. With 4 episodes in, the picture is becoming clearer. Rick Flag Sr. is positioning himself as a dangerous wild card inside Argus. The pocket dimension's 99 doors could tie into a much larger cosmic plot, possibly hinting at Darkseid or another multiversal menace. Eagly's fate is now at the center of the conflict, with Red Saint Wild's hunt symbolizing the season's larger Superman parallels. and Peacemaker himself remains torn between redemption, relapse, and the temptation of an alternate life where his mistakes never happened. Season 2 isn't just about crude jokes anymore. It's rewriting DC's past, testing the limits of its multiverse, and forcing Chris Smith to confront whether a man like him can ever truly change.